Now to the other side of the aisle, and Anthony Albanese's Welfare Working Group, known as the Economic Inclusion Advisory Committee, what a name, is pushing for Labor to end its $6.8 billion power bill rebate scheme and instead redirect that money to more solar panel and battery subsidies, more money for the renewable sector from your taxes. Patrick, what do you think of this suggestion?
Look, there's a standout statistic in this discussion. Power prices across Australia have gone up 47% this year, out-of-pocket prices, 47%. There's no way in the world politically this government is going to drop out the rebate. They need the rebates just to keep everything going. It just seems so pie in the sky. I mean, low-income people, subsidising solar batteries on their roofs? How are they going to find the difference, which is, $5,000, $10,000 to try and save the planet?
Absolutely. And a lot of low-income people rent. So how are they going to be getting subsidies for this? It is so harebrained, but then so is the whole notion that renewables are cheaper and we keep pumping money into renewables and our power bills keep going up. I wonder at some point we're going to sort of realise, well, maybe the renewables aren't that cheap after all. Now to the insane cost of real estate in this country, including parking spots. 6 parking spots in Sydney's CBD have sold for, get this, $608,000 each at auction, each. And it's supposed to be, Patrick, a record price per space. That is crazy. In most countries, they would look at that and would refuse to believe that. 600,000 in whatever currency that transfers to would buy you a substantial house in most countries.
Absolutely. Look, I think there was 92 inquiries for these car parks.
Wow.
It is prime real estate. It's near Circular Quay in Sydney. It is.
It's still a parking spot.
It is a parking spot. They had 30 bids. They went past the reserve after 4 bids, I think. It shows there is still money around. And something like that, look, that is very desirable to have those car parks.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I know you're a footy fan, so before you go, I want to get your input on this story. The AFL has been lobbied in recent years to make it mandatory for each club to recruit at least one Indigenous player. What do you make of this proposal? The number of Indigenous players on AFL lists has reduced in recent years, but do we really need to have quotas and mandatory recruitment?
Look, like quotas in every aspect of industry across the board, they don't work. And it's not going to work in an elite sport context, is it?
No.
Look, the numbers are sad. I think there's 87 Indigenous players playing AFL 5 years ago. It's down to 62.
Still is an overrepresentation, though. I mean, obviously, a lot of Indigenous players are hugely popular, some of the best players in the league, and they've always been overrepresented. So the rationale for a quota or a mandatory recruitment requirement seems a bit odd.
Well, it simply wouldn't work. Those players, if they were recruited as a quota sort of deal, they're not going to get games. Like,
exactly.
They're not going to play AFL. It's not going to work. I mean, a lot of things need to be done. There are systemic issues here in terms of getting great players to the AFL, playing field. And there's lots that needs to be done, but quotas is not going to fix anything.
Patrick Carline, thanks for your time tonight.